Now, if you have a boring job or boring brick and mortar style business, something simple and potentially manual, then you could actually be sitting on a YouTube goldmine. And this is something that I wish I knew when I had my event and staffing agency and hospitality company, because it would have been perfect for this type of channel that I'm about to show you. And this is a great way to add a second layer to your business, a second income to your business. And it's something that I think many people should look at, especially where AI is potentially coming in, replacing jobs, and it's maybe getting you squeezed. Maybe margins are coming down. Your workload might be going down. Your clients might be squeezing you for better and better deals. So I definitely experienced that in my business where the staff wanted more money and the clients wanted to pay less, and you just got squeezed in the middle. So adding an additional income stream to your business could be the way to go. And it could actually end up being a bigger income stream than you currently have within your actual business. So I think it could be potentially an entirely new way to look at business in general, especially brick and mortar style businesses, because you could actually build your business with the channel in mind first. So the channel may actually be the main income stream from that business, allowing you to gain more clients, gain more authority, and you could potentially charge even less for your clients. So you could actually undercut everybody, or you could charge even more because you're more well known. So let me show you this channel here. These first channels are absolutely insane. These people are making money, huge amounts of money, from their channels of making coffee. They work in coffee shops and they're just wearing a body camera and they're recording themselves making coffee. Now, I used to make a lot of coffee when I was younger in hospitality. I was in 15 years in hospitality. And to think that I could have potentially, I mean, the places I worked in, I probably couldn't record. So that would be the thing, whether or not your boss allows it and whether or not you actually own it. If you own it, obviously it's going to be a lot easier. But this person here, if we look at these are just simple videos and actually quite long. They're all like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We go down 24 minutes, 8 hours. They're recording the entire, just them serving cakes, making coffee. He makes great coffees. There's no denying it. So I'm sure there's people wanting to see how people manage things and how they work in the flow. But maybe there's also people that just like watching this from a sort of relaxing point of view. And that is another angle that we could get into. It's the ASMR angle, where it's sort of therapeutic. So you're going to have a lot more views from that, then people potentially wanting to learn in this case, and then obviously just seeing how it's done. But I can't even understand how they're getting so many views. I mean, look at this. We've got 12 days ago, 13,000. Okay, not that much. But if we look at the ones that are really exploding, 20 times outlier, POV barista working in London, nearly 200,000 views. A 24-minute video with nearly 200,000 views. This video would have potentially made him at least $1,000. It's insane. Then we got another 81,000, 70,000, 16,000, 38,000, 22, 25, 38. It goes on and on. Another 106,000. All the same thing over and over. There's no talking in these videos. Let's see how much. So we've got 750,000 odd monthly views. That is a big channel. This channel will probably be making, it could potentially be making at least, I would say, $5,000 to $10,000. So probably $5,000. You'd have to calculate. It would depend on how much ad revenue, because these are silent videos. It's maybe lower. It's more of an entertainment style. So maybe you're going to get less money, but it's going to be making a few thousand at least for doing very little. And then you've got links you can monetize in other ways. So this channel alone could be making lots of money. But he's not the only one. This is not unique. There's actually many channels out there doing this. So this guy, 300,000 subscribers. If we went back to this one, 69,000, 128 videos. This one, over 300,000. It's getting 22 million views. Now, a lot of that may be coming from shorts. So we can assume that some of the shorts videos are doing very well, which they are. So probably not making as much. But 22 million views from making coffee. Like nearly hour-long videos again, just making coffee. 29. He uploads a video every couple of days, but look at the amount of views on these videos. It's absolutely insane. insane. It's just point of view stuff. And this is the point. If you're doing something, if you have a building company, or if you're a plumber, or you're an electrician, film yourself fixing something. You could talk at the same time, as long as the client doesn't mind and you're not showing their house. Maybe you're showing how to change something under a sink. It could be DIY, or it could just be you recording yourself working, and people may just be interested in watching it and it's just silent. You could even do the commentary afterwards. So if your client doesn't really want you maybe talking, you could just record yourself and then just speak over it later on to say exactly what you're doing. I've seen channels like that do very, very well. But there are so many different ones. We've got bakers, a bakery here. Now, this guy speaks more. He is charismatic, and obviously he's presenting and talking, but he's got a bakery, and it's a working, functioning bakery, and he's going to be making the bread anyways, so he might as well talk to it. He might as well record himself making these things and speaking to it. So again, if you're doing this type of business and you're doing these things, you might be a chef. You might be a sous chef. When I was working, the chefs were always doing lots and lots of prep. You could record yourself doing the prep if you had a kitchen. So then we've got other ones. What we've got here, the classic one, pressure washing. There's so many pressure washing businesses that people start on YouTube. You could be doing bin cleaning. You could be doing car cleaning, which I'll get to in a second, anything like that. But if you record videos at the same time as trying to grow that business, you're going to get the double whammy. It's going to be the 2-for-1 income stream. And as I said, one might grow faster than the other. And sometimes you see, especially with the mowing companies, the lawn mowing ones, they cut people's lawns for free, but mainly for people that can't afford to do it, because most of the time, it makes them look good. And the other part is that if someone can't cut it, normally it means it's going to be very overgrown, and therefore it's going to be a better sort of before and after imagery. We've then got a proper surface cleaning one, which is Danny's Green Surface Cleaning. And then what have we got here? Over 200,000 monthly views. So he's probably going to be making at least maybe a couple of $1,000 in ad revenue alone. Then you've got his company here. So maybe he's actually selling his services as well. And he's making money from these. A lot of these videos are almost him not even talking. But then there's ones where he gives a little introduction. He speaks a tiny bit, but then he's just cleaning different things. Driveways, all sorts of things. And people find this satisfaction. So you can see he's speaking to the ASMR part. So pressure washing. You've then got dirty cars. Now, I think these guys are taking the piss a little bit, but they are basically overly dirtying the cars. And I see a lot of sports cars where they just coat them in mud and then they wash them afterwards. And again, it's this therapeutic satisfaction where maybe it taps into people's OCD. I have no idea. But 20 years unclean? No, this is BS. You can see that this is... These are... Look, literally all of the pictures are just mud. But there are all these nice cars that are, for some reason, perfect underneath. Brand new cars. So these, for sure, aren't that real. But look at the views. Nearly 1 million views 1 year ago on this. So we can see why they're doing this. So let's check how many... So nearly 270,000 views per month just from washing cars again. So if you had an actual car washing company and you actually were washing cars or going around washing cars and they were particularly dirty, then people are going to find that satisfying. And then coming back to the lawnmower one, which I always think is a good example, it could be cutting down trees, you could be working in farmery, anything that is very hands-on. And as I said, you might think boring, but people will find it interesting. Record yourself doing it if you can. So this is cutting different lawns, sometimes doing it for free or being hired. And it just goes on and on. Then you've got the carpet cleaning one, which we all love. I love watching these ones. I find it so therapeutic. So the point is, if you've got any type of boring business, be it any brick and mortar style business, any type of service business, you potentially could be sitting on a YouTube goldmine. And I think you should start recording yourself, even if it's silently and you're doing commentary later on, or you're just doing a mixture of silent and a little bit of commentary, like some of the sort of lawnmower ones where they speak a bit and then they film themselves doing the actual work. You could do any type of vlog like this, and it could be an opportunity for you to make more money. Now, if you would like some help with that, I will link to our community in the video description where you can get more training on creating and growing your vlog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.